What's going on, guys? Chillin'. This is Forget Tawheed. You guys know I'm a huge tech freak, alright? Like a huge tech freak. I love tech, and I cannot just say that this channel is only about motivation and life hacks. There's still a lot of tech and tech related stuff here, and I don't think I can sacrifice tech, because if I do sacrifice tech, tech gonna miss me. I grew up on tech. So anyway, Today I wanted to kind of show you guys opening up HP Omen. So you definitely don't want to forget to press the subscribe button and definitely press the like button, because I know you're gonna forget to press the like button at the end. We're gonna be unboxing it with the Husky right here, and I like Husky, by the way. We all have this, if you're always opening up, you don't want to press any skip button. I'll tell you why. You want to stick to this video because I want to give you an idea about a reality versus what we're doing here, and what we're doing right now, and the way we think, the way the engineers think, and all these people who build the buildings, all the skyscraper they build on Manhattan, versus versus the rocket, NASA, SpaceX, how they think. I want to give you a quick little flashback so you can kind of input this type of way of thinking at home. And whoever clicked this video, whoever's gonna stick to this video, might not be the same person after you finish this video. So you really want to stick to this video. Today I wanted to show you, not too techy, but I wanted to just kind of like throw it out there. I wanted to kind of share this experience with you. Some of you are gonna be like, okay, you're sending this great PC to other country, so what? Well, the thing is, I want you to kind of see a little bit more technical way, because the thing is, most of you are, whoever working in engineering team or whoever's working in administration, they come home and they don't talk about this thing. I'm the only one human being first time who's bringing this to the bedroom. Nobody else did that. So you know what, this is gonna help you the way the engineers think. And when your daddies comes home, mommies comes home, hey mommy, hey daddy, what did you do at work? Oh, you know how to talk about it. Well, Forget Tawheed about to show that, so your dad and mom don't need to talk about that word. And this is what's all about. You want to think, don't just be Johnson & Johnson baby lotion all day long, all right? You want to think about what's happening inside the work. It's important. It's like, why the leaders, why the memes and certain leaders need to take care of this thing, and everybody at home eat turkey, and we cannot talk about this thing on the dinner table. Like, yo, that's not okay. So you know what, I'm the OG. I'm start talking about this thing. HP Omen is amazing. It's a nice gaming laptop, amazing, very powerful. They're marketing as it's a desktop power. Okay, it's a desktop power. So I'm sitting it far away, literally the far away other side of the world. So we're gonna open this up. Okay, we're gonna open this up. Let's just open it up. So it had like what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, I don't know, like 8 6-ish like screws. So here it is, 2 screws right here that's not opening up. It's I have a locking mechanism in it. So as you see on the other side of the screen, this is this beastish type of laptop have 2 type of hard drive, all of them, like most of them, right? One of them is a big HDD, and one of them is an NVMe. Right now, it's always they want to give you a big NVMe or SSD, but it's so expensive, so they try to give you NVMe, like let's say 500 gigabyte, or sometime I don't know, worst come worst, maybe 256. But then the other hard drive, the metal hard drive, they're gonna give you a lot. They give you more capacity on the metal hard drive, the HDD, and the NVMe they'll probably give you a little bit less, but usually it's 1 terabyte. So if you're giving a laptop to somebody or clients or a loved one or family member, you have to kind of think in depth that, okay, you know what is gonna be inside the laptop, who you're giving the laptop. If you're giving somebody a birthday gift, should you give them an enterprise laptop? Because that would be hilarious. Why would you give somebody an enterprise laptop if that person is a kid? Would you give a heavy, thick, heavy, ugly looking laptop? Would you give somebody skinny looking laptop? Would you give your grandma a Surface or Surface Go? Some people just give like this whatever type of laptop. I'm sending a very expensive one. It's not an RTX, but it's gonna be, it's a very expensive, it's a very good one. You have a nice good green stickers on it. Little spoiler, right? This video gonna help you about thinking a little bit further. Most of you guys like to think at this moment, like, oh, I'm hungry now, oh, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty now, oh, I need to go eat this muffin by now. You know, you don't think what's gonna happen, or you don't think about 6 months or tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. Hey, I'm gonna be hungry 3 days later. You don't think like that. We mostly like to live at this moment, just like animal. But when it comes to technology or like administration, they like to think ahead. An example, like let's say government, right? Government thinks so ahead. I'm sending this thing to other side of the world. I need to first find out. The way I think is who I'm gonna give it to, what they're gonna use it for. I'm always advanced like that. This thing have a metal hard drive, and this thing have a already nice built-in NVMe. The problem is the NVMe have a less capacity, like really bad less capacity, and the metal one have like 1 terabyte 7200 RPM capacity. That is amazing. Somehow the OS is installed on the NVMe. Why this would set up like that is whoever you're giving it to, it's a one-way trip. So before you send it, you're the only one support, you're the only one provider, like me. So I need to think ahead how I'm gonna send this and how this thing gonna act 5 years from now. This is the aerospace way, the NASA way, the SpaceX way. So here's the thing, if the C drive is installed on a metal hard drive, I'm not okay with this, because look, we already have the SSD here, and this is a metal hard drive. Win 10 is already installed on this. So how can we put the Win 10 from this to this, or from this to this? Just a little recap. Some dude put C drive, like the Windows 10, into this small NVMe. That is the problems. Now I need to send this out the other side of the world, and they are not gonna have any more support after this. So putting an OS on an NVMe, that's the way to go. But this NVMe is very small, and this is a really good looking hard drive, great capacity, but the OS is not here. Whoever I'm sending it to, the OS had to be in a higher capacity hard drive. So I'm in a very gray line right now. I don't know what to do, because the problem is this guy is very small and the OS is inside this. That's not gonna be a good thing for 5 years or 2 years, because this thing can get filled up really quick. Somebody went really cheap on this, basically. That's why they did this thing. And then this one is empty, but you can save a lot of game on this thing, which is good. You know, I want 1 terabyte into my OS. You have to think ahead. If you pass it to somebody important, you really have to think ahead. So me, the advanced guy, look, I have this laying around. Last time, this is a SSD, all right? This is a really full-size SSD, 500 gigabyte on this, right? One time I made a video on TikTok. If you want to check it out on TikTok, this was bitten by a dog. I have to open up the case and make it naked like this. A little recap, this is a 1 terabyte. This is less than 256. OS is installed on this. This one does not have an OS. This is a full slot, hard drive slot, and this is the NVMe slot. This is the old school. This is the old school hard drive slot on it, right here. This can only fit into this. So how I'm gonna put this over here, and if I do put this over here, then I need to either pull this out, keep this in here in US, and send this out with outside of US with this. I wish I could have put this inside this, but I cannot, which is the biggest problems here. So what can we do now? This is a very confusion part. You have two choices. You either pull this out and put this one inside and install a OS on this. That's one of the option. Or you just keep the way it is, which is kind of risky. So confusing, right? Or what I can do is I can reinstall Windows 10 or 11 in this and keep this NVMe empty. That's it. Keep this empty and just install the Windows 11 on this and let it be like that. So you gotta think like further, you know, like think about these engineers from Manhattan skyscraper, all this Los Angeles skyscraper, Hong Kong skyscraper, European skyscraper. These people think ahead, right? They don't think that, okay, I need to build a window, I need to build a building, okay, that's it, or I need to build a bridge. No, they don't think like that. They always think 50-60 years ahead. I wanted to give an idea, as just like how I'm sending this laptop to the other side of the world, you gotta think ahead what you're doing right now. If you give somebody something, if you're doing something, if you're making a decision today, it's gonna affect you later on. And that's what we're doing over here. You see, I did kind of mean it when I say earlier the stick to this video. Maybe you might not understand the tech side of it. It's still good to watch. Basically what I'm trying to say is that I need to ship this thing out, but it's already kind of messed up with the OS. So I need to test it first if the OS is gonna run on this old school hard drive smoother, boot up on this hard drive smoother, or should I put this one inside there on this old school SSD and make it run on this smoother but sacrifice the capacity and keep this one in US and just leave this NVMe the way it is. So there's a lot of testing I need to do, and you have to think further ahead that hey, when I ship this baby out to the other country, this baby better outperform than everybody else, you know. That's it. So this whole rule, the way of thinking ahead, is a very important skill, and I want you guys to understand that, because look, when you build anything, if you give it about anything, if you build your kid, build your anything, if you build your future, you have to think ahead. Okay, you have to ready for failure. You have to see how can this thing can fail. If you ever open up a restaurant or business, small business, big business, you want to already think, what if it fails? You want to have a little bit of what if. Okay, they said not to worry, but listen, worry is still important. You need to kind of worry to or be prepared. Be prepared is worry, I think. So you kind of want to think ahead, and just like this, all this engineer, you know, you see how the government always think ahead. The way government and the professional do stuff, or the way any industry, the way they do things, I really love that. I love professionalism. I love it, you know, because they're so way ahead. The training programs are so prepared. They know what's coming. Like, they're so ready. My point is, why you guys cannot just bring this home? Bring it at home. Why you guys don't use some of the work policy and the way you work outside? Why don't you bring it at home? This idea that I'm sending it to other country, and I'm kind of thinking ahead how this thing gonna operate everything independently without any support, any other second internal thought. This is a very engineer way of thinking, even though I may not be the top executive engineer, but this law, we can apply it in real life. That's what I want you guys to use. Don't just be autopilot mode. Like, you know, just like you're giving your kid a gift, just like you're giving your husband and wife a gift, you want to think how this is going to affect later on. Is that going to make her happy? Is that going to make your kid happy? Or is that going to make your kid spoil? You want to think ahead, you see. So this is basically the same thing. The problems with most of the human, what we do is we use this only at work. We never bring it at home. And that's the problems. You want to use your professional skill at home. So the decision I'm making right now gonna make a lot of people's life change. This laptop will be used by a group of people, because the other side of the world where I'm sending, they probably desperately need of a very industrial level PC. The land that I'm sending, they probably don't have a laptop like this powerful in the whole multiple neighborhood, or in worst case, they might not even have money to buy that. So you're sending this to that type of neighborhood, this thing can be in jeopardy. So I need to do my job before I send it to the clients or customer, anyone, that this thing is working properly, and I did my side of job before I send it out. This same thing can be applied in your life too. If you think a little strategically, be like, look, I'm gonna do this today, I'm gonna wake up a little early, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna eat this. You're not gonna just run, you're gonna stop, wait, and think, and then you're gonna process. That's the lesson I want you guys to learn from this. That, you know, because back in the days I used to be also autopilot mode. I used to be always running, city, right? Hustle culture. Once I stopped running, then I started to learn. I did this type of mission before many times, where I sent it out with one touch and it never broke down. It did not broke down. It's still even working. Even 10 years, 6 years ago, when I sent it out something, it was still rolling, it's still working and fully functional, because I made that decision so well and precisely that nothing happened. Great job, me. I'm gonna first test out how the new OS OS and the advanced one, which is Windows 11. We're gonna give them the latest one and on this, and we're gonna test it out how this one run on this powerful i7 7th gen with the GTX GPU in it. We're gonna test it out on this, see if all the programs gonna run smoothly. If not, then we're gonna have to try to integrate this. This is a 500 gigabyte SSD, and this is gonna be lightning speed. So we're gonna try to test it on this if this thing does not work. But I'm hoping this thing gonna work really well. And you know what? I'm really feeling excited, and I'm feeling mad proud, like OG. That I'm sending this device to the other side of the world. It is a mission, OD mission, because look, I'm sending this. It's gonna be traveling by airplane, and it's gonna be landing by all these shipping companies. It's gonna go through 3 checkout, 2 checkout. Like, look at this, you know, that is a mission impossible right there. And I'm putting this thing inside this, like, yo, that's, I think Edward Snowden probably the next person who would do something like that. Whatever you're gonna do in future, that predicts now. Did I say that right? Nah, wait. So let me retry. All right, cut. All right, whatever you're gonna do later on, I'm gonna judge now. Did I say that right? No. Okay. All right. Let me retry that again. Whatever you're gonna do later on, you have to focus now. I think I did it right. That's it. You know what? Autofix. That's it. You get my point. Done. So just focus now. And if you wake up early, if you kind of polish up your schedule now, then you're gonna be OG later on. That's it. So right now, precise thinking and precise decision and strategic thinking. Count 1 to 10, even though you don't want to count. In 10 years, you're gonna be chilling like me. Over. Peace out.